Welcome back to the D4 channel. God, we missed you guys.
It's been 8 years.
Happy
New Year.
Happy New Year. 2024 has started off, it started. So,
Hope your January's going good, because if it's as good as ours, it ain't.
Exactly. So please let us know in the comments below, how is your new year starting off? This is a new, I'm not gonna say this is like a brand new channel, but we try to do more new stuff, because you usually only see us when shows come out. And not a lot of shows be coming out, and they don't last very long.
And then we get so sad. There's nothing.
Nothing. You guys don't see us. We get sad. You get sad. So what we're doing now is every week we are going to have a day where we're going to do a news breakdown on whatever goes on in Star Wars. So we haven't done it in a few weeks, obviously. So there's a couple things that came out. And
think of it as a little break.
Yeah, think of it as a little break. But we're going to be back, and we're going to be doing this every week on top of the shows that also come out, because Bad Batch is coming out this month, which is a good segue to what we're going to talk about first. But before we do that, you know what you guys got to do? You know what you guys got to do?
What they gotta do?
Like,
subscribe,
and hit the bell.
Hit that bell
for notifications for every time we upload a video, guys. And I know you guys are especially enjoying those book readings I used to do. And I was
that
still
free audiobook, don't you?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know you do. And you will get them, because I'm going to be reading the High Republic again. I will be resuming those. So please keep an eye on that. And obviously, we're going to do the Bad Batch reviews with my beautiful host here, D4.
Omega. I am Omega.
Oh, she is Omega, and I'm Tech, and I'm a zombie.
He's a zombie.
I'm a zombie. If you guys follow some big Star Wars channels, then you know where that theory came from. But like and subscribe to all that stuff. But let's get into the news of the day. We're gonna be talking about 4 topics today.
Whoa.
We're talking about Bad Batch.
D4?
I did that on purpose, D4. You know, D4, 4 topics. It's going to be about the Bad Batch trailer, Mando and Grogu movie, the Rey movie, allegedly, and Ahsoka Season 2. So, if you really want more in-detailed stuff about the news, you might want to go to other channels like Star Wars News and stuff like that. Because
we're here to be a little goofy.
Yeah, we're here to be a little goofy.
Give you your news, but be goofy.
Exactly. We're here to give you more of our thoughts on the news than like
a scrambled ADHD version of a proper channel.
That's exactly how I would word it. So if you don't want like an exact news breakdown, this is not really a channel for you. But if you just want goofy Star Wars fans talking about Star Wars, wear your droids.
We have no order.
But we have no order. And you know who else has no order? The Bad Batch. Thank you. I was working on that in the last 2 seconds. So, with D4, first of all, give me your thoughts on the Bad Batch trailer.
I didn't even know it was coming out. I didn't even know the trailer was out.
Me neither. I literally was scrolling on Instagram as you do when I'm bored, and I saw Bad Batch trailer. And I saw like 10 seconds of it, and I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna wait to watch it with D4.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help being spoiled on something.
I didn't even know there was a trailer, and all I saw was, who is this?
Which, okay, so if you watch the channel, you probably know most things about Star Wars, but if for some reason you don't know what's going on there. Well, I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the trailer. Yeah. But spoilers for the Dark Disciple book right now. Ahsoka Venture's dead. Or not, because she's in the trailer of the Bad Batch.
Somehow
Ventress returns. And I'm like, because I have a iffy relationship with Lucasfilm and the books.
Going to the round table?
Yeah, we're going.
He's going to the round table.
This is gonna be a little rant. So I am a Star Wars junkie. So I try to consume everything: books, movies, comics, games, everything That has to do with Star
I'm a
Wars.
Star Wars casual.
Don't do that to yourself, D4. She does everything I do except for the reading material.
Reading.
Which I think that too, because there's a lot of them. So I remember one of the first books I read was Dark Disciple. Very good book. If you know the Jedi Quinlan Voss that we saw in the Clone Wars, our good old goofy freelancer Jedi, he's in this book with Asajj, and the whole premise is the Jedi need someone to go assassinate Count Dooku, so they choose Quinlan because he is the most unorthodox Jedi besides Anakin.
That's like two different unorthodox.
Exactly. So they said, you gonna do it. And a whole other thing, I'm not gonna go into details, but he goes to help Asajj's ventures because, again, if you've seen the Clone Wars, Asajj tried to kill Dooku on a few different occasions. did not work out very well.
Seems like a whole vampire.
And he was a vampire at one point in his life. So that failed. So he goes to get her training, advice, whatever you want to call it. And they end up falling in love. And let me tell you, Star Wars, like, if you like sexy time, like those novels with the sailors on the page with their shirt off, Star Wars be doing their sex love scenes real detail.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
This is a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Like I remember the book before the Star Wars Jedi Survivor game.
Yeah.
Our favorite witch, and she had a girlfriend in that book. They go into detail about their lovey-dovey time. And the High Republic, they go into some saucy.
Learn something new every day. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Like, Star Wars is for kids, the books, not so much.
Well.
And Asajj and Quinlan, they got it on.
Oh.
And they got it on.
How many pages?
That's a good question. Probably like a few, cause like a few chapters, cause like
chapters.
Cause, yeah, they were in it.
You did not just say chapters.
Chapters. And he ends up falling to the dark side. She ends up becoming basically a good guy. And then
So did they smash and then like reverse? Like what happened?
Yeah, he fell in love, and then I guess cause he was trying to learn the dark side, cause he was thinking to fight fire or fire. Then he actually fell to the dark side. Then he ended up working for Count Dooku for a little bit. I know, it's crazy. And then Asajj goes with the Jedi to rescue him. Count Dooku blasts her with the full power of his dark side. And apparently she allegedly dies.
Allegedly.
But now we see her in this Bad Batch trailer being an op again.
Still has that, she got her hair still working from the book, I guess.
Yeah, she got her hair from the book. She got her yellow lightsaber that she got from the book. So she looks like her book version. Now the question I'm having is, she clearly died in that book. Now I know she's a witch of Dathomir, but she does not look like a zombie.
Brains.
She does not look like a brains-eating zombie.
They got better at making zombies.
That could be it.
It's been so long. They always make the zombies so zombies. So it's about time they refined it.
So maybe they did refine it, but my problem with Lucasfilm is they've been slowly retconning the books and comics, and that's where I have a problem with it. Cause actually this links to the Bad Batch. The first episode of the Bad Batch, I gave you that Kanan comic book for I think your birthday or Christmas. Yes. That whole comic book is retconned because of what happened in the first episode of the Bad Batch. Because first of all, in the comic book, the Bad Batch is nowhere to be seen during Order 66 when he was his master. And then he has a whole fireplace convo with the clone trooper that was his buddy. When the Bad Batch came out, and so that whole comic book is basically retcon.
Is it because they're like, yeah, this is not for the kids, so we have to make it for the kids?
I think it's more like there's so much stuff going on. There's so much canon to keep track of. The movies and TV shows get precedent on what's canon over the books. So the books are canon up until the show says.
Most people are not reading the books.
Correct. So if you're not reading the books, what do you care? That's Kanan's story.
Yeah.
Asajj is alive. Okay, fine. You don't read the books. But for people who like me, and for a lot of Star Wars fans out there who do read the books, this is all important.
Yeah.
And when you do that stuff, you make me feel like I shouldn't read the books because they really don't matter at the end. Because in the book, in the Ahsoka book,
Yes.
It got retconned twice. Both when she went to the Siege of Mandalore, her lightsabers were her usual green and yellowish green. But obviously in the Clone Wars last season, Anakin turned them blue.
Yeah.
So I literally went in the book and I scratched out green and I put blue.
At this point, you guys have to like rewrite your books if you own them.
Correct, which is annoying because you hope what you read is canon.
Although you can't rewrite it if it's one of the drawn comic ones.
Yeah, because at that point, yeah.
So at that point, you gotta learn how to draw and then redraw it.
And redraw it, yeah. And then another thing that got retconned was in Tales of the Jedi, when she went to that farm at the end of Order 66 where she killed that Inquisitor.
Yes.
I believe one of the people on that farm that she was on was gay, but they kind of retconned that. But it was a short tale, so I'm not going to really count as a retcon. That was more like a short telling of the story, so I'm not really going to count that one. But
I still think they did that Inquisitor dirty because they look so cool, and then it was like less than a minute.
2 seconds. So I was like, okay. But it's a short tale, so fine. I'll let that slide.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping they have a very good explanation on why she's alive. Because,
girl, why you lie?
because she's not supposed to be. Even Lucasfilm knew this was going to be a headache, and they wrote a statement saying this does not retcon anything that happened in the book. So.
Wait, so she's there, and that doesn't make sense, but it doesn't retcon the book?
Correct.
So what, she like dies?
I guess they thought she was dead. I really hope it's a good explanation. Because everyone, Quinlan, the Jedi Order, Dooku, they all thought she was toast. So I really hope they have a very good explanation on why the hell she's still kicking.
Believe!
I
Believe!
really want to believe, but Dave Filoni, he's shown to me, love him, but he does not pay attention to anything in the books or anything. He doesn't care. And he's the one people on the Bad Batch.
The kids aren't reading the books, so who cares?
So who cares? So, retcon that. But besides that, the Bad Batch trailer.
Yes. Tangent.
Yeah, that was a whole tangent.
See, ADHD.
ADHD. Sorry, we have mad ADHD. Let's choose to see which eyes we look
ADHD4.
If we weren't the D4, that would have been our channel.
If the D4 channel was taken, that would be our name.
That would literally be our name. But I love the Bad Batch trailer. Like, it looks fantastic.
Looks beautiful, as always.
Oh, I'm very curious because I think this is the last season, so who's going to make it, who's not going to make it is the real question. Crosshair looking mad depressed.
Crosshair looking mad. I'm about to sacrifice.
Yeah, so we about to see.
I think everyone else will be fun, though.
Yeah, especially Omega. Omega going to be fine. I'm just wondering if her brothers are going to be fine. I really hope so.
They're going to get tortured, but, they'll be fine.
Yeah, we already lost Tech in the last
they're
season.
not going to get rid of more people because there's not enough people on the team. And I don't think they're gonna pull Jujutsu Kaisens up here.
Exactly, just start murdering everybody. Like, you can end people's story and have them disappear and not have them murdered.
Yeah, so It's I don't think it's that kind of story.
Right. Fingers crossed, please. Cause
I don't think so.
I know they definitely like to murk people, but please don't let that be the story.
I doubt it.
I'm really excited for a Bad Batch. I can't wait to see it. You guys let us know how excited you are at Bad Batch. And if you are a book reader, tell me your feelings about Asajj Ventress being in this season. Let me know if you are angry or you're just like, whatever, let's see what they tell. And you just go with
Shout out to my Ventress lovers.
I'm not gonna lie though, even though I'm a canon junkie, I'm glad to see her back because I love Ventress.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's awesome, so I'm glad to see her back. So now let's go to the Mando and Grogu news. The title will be named The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Do you like that name, guys? Do you like it?
I hate it. And I know why they did it like this, because if you named it, I don't know, Star Wars, Mandalorian Wars, or something crazy like, I don't even know.
Too long, my brain exploded.
My brain, I'm just throwing it like maybe, I don't know, Star Wars, The Underworld, I don't know, something like that. No one will know what it is, but everyone knows the Mandalorian and Grogu, aka Baby Yoda.
Do you mean Baby Yoda?
Correct. If they literally could name it Baby
Yoda. Imagine it's Mandalorian and Baby Yoda.
If Lucasfilm could name it Mandalorian Baby Yoda, they would. But his name is Grogu, so they named it the Mandalorian
What's
Grogu.
What's a Grogu?
Literally, people ask that, and then you gotta say Baby Yoda. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name's Grogu. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm calm.
Yeah, I remember when we first realized that a lot of people did not like that
Yeah,
name.
it grew on me. I like Grogu. It's cute.
It's grown. It's grown on
Yeah,
me.
it fits
I think
his
it's
little
fine.
gremlin form.
It's like just a gremlin name, probably because it also starts with gremlins.
Correct.
It's
And
the
he is a little
GR.
gremlin, so his name fits him perfectly. So that will be the title. I don't think they're gonna change it. And not much details come out. D4. I don't know whether it's just gonna be after they do season 4 or before. And a lot of rumors are saying this movie will end Mando and Grogu's story.
So wait, it's like the finish?
That's
Like what Attack on Titan did? The final season finale?
correct.
The
Part 1.
Part 2.
Part 2, part
the
1.
final?
I think that's what it's going to be. Because I was thinking of some podcast mentioned it. It would be weird to see them on the big screen with a bigger budget and then have to go back to see them on television with TV budget.
That would be very strange.
Right?
And like, what would you even do? Because like, currently they're just out here chilling. So you making a whole movie about them chilling?
I'm gonna assume it links to the whole Ahsoka, Thrawn.
Yeah.
Like.
So it would have to be after.
I think so.
It would have to be the final thing.
I think it would be season 4 first, and then probably this movie.
It only makes sense because why would
Right.
you do it before?
Exactly right, and
That's
then go back to a whole season of television of event. Yeah, I think this movie come out 2020, and again, Lucasfilm has a problem with the movies, but since Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are working on this movie, I believe it will come out, and I believe it's coming
When's the
out
last
2026.
time Star Wars was on the big screen?
2019, Rise of Skywalker, before the pandemic.
Wow.
2019 was the last time Star Wars was in theaters. So we're in 20. So by the time that movie comes out, we'll have 7, 8 years of no Star Wars. So
Wow.
So and we were supposed to have a Star Wars movie this year. I think in this month it was supposed to be Rogue Squadron, the fighter pilot movie made by the director of Wonder Woman, but she had scheduling conflicts with Lucasfilm. Or it was a disagreement, some BS they used.
It's
Basically
probably
saying,
disagreements or something.
yeah, which means that movie's not happening. So this will be the first movie back. It wasn't part of their original plans, but they were like, what do we have that's a surefire hit that most of the fans like?
Yeah.
Mandalorian and Grogu. Everybody likes those two, right?
I mean,
Put them on
yeah,
the big screen.
it seems like a film you could take people, even if they don't care about Star Wars, because, you got people who just love the little gremlin, so...
Exactly. So you have them to be on the big screen.
Yeah.
And that'll be the first movie. Fingers crossed.
Nearly a decade.
In nearly a decade. And guess what other movies coming out after that?
I forgot.
The Rey movie.
Oh!
Like, see that? I'm working on the segue. See how good I'm doing it right now? Come on. The Rey movie allegedly is supposed to come out that same year. So Mando will come out in May.
Same year. So, wait, so we're gonna have 2 Star Wars movies in one year?
That's the rumor.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either. Most likely, if Mando comes out in that year, Rey coming out like 2027.
Yeah, it's not happening in the same year.
Yeah, because
I mean, if they do, you know what? You proved me wrong.
only one time they did that, and it was Solo. It was Solo, and I think the Rise of what was it? Was it? I think it was the Rise of Skywalker, then Solo. Because the Rise of Skywalker came out in December, and then Solo came out that May, and Solo bombed because it came out like a week after Endgame. And I think another big movie was in there. So that's not really Solo's fault. If they put in December like they usually do now when they came back, it would have made a decent more amount of money.
That's such bad placement.
So I don't expect Mando to be in May. I expect if they show that movie, it's gonna be December. And that means Rey movie will also be December of the next year.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
that movie is supposed to take place 10, 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker. And she's trying to rebuild the Jedi Order again.
Stop it.
Do you not want her to rebuild the Jedi Order?
No.
No?
I don't. Leave it alone.
If she does rebuild it, No more massacres. Let it last for
Just leave it alone.
years to come. I'm so sick of them. Jedi Order got built. Oh, another massacre.
It's going. There's gonna be another massacre.
think-
Not
no,
as
that-
big of a scale, but there's gonna be another. It's gonna be a little. What's less than a massacre?
I was gonna say tragedy, but that's
Well, I think some people are thinking this film's gonna be a tragedy.
I really hope it's not. I guess someone being silly. That's less of a massacre.
So I don't think it's gonna be massacre. I think it's gonna be someone being a little silly. I think.
So you think the
what's
Jedi
gonna happen.
Order will be made, but it won't be massacred?
Yeah, it'll be a little silly.
You see, it's been 10, 15 years, so I'm wondering how many students she got, how many people she recruited at this point.
At least 6. I hope.
You know, that's actually a realistic number, and that
I think
six is actually a very
I don't know.
a reasonable number, to be honest. D4. Obviously, Finn gonna be a Jedi because everyone keeps making fun of him. Remember, they're sinking. We gotta rewatch those trilogies, but he was sinking
Yeah,
the
I
sand.
can't remember any of it because I slept through most of it,
And this-
except for when Kylo Ren shows up.
And that's not her fault because I believe before I did her Star Wars training, she's seen everything to this point. She had not really seen Star Wars when she watched those movies, so she had no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just waiting for the big angry man child.
Right, because we love Kylo Ren, which, again, we won't see him again because Adam Driver said he's done with Star Wars, and I believe him. He's done.
I can't blame him.
I can't blame him either. Plus, he's dead, so, like, if he's done, like, he's not coming back.
like,
But Finn and Poe, they're still alive, and again, if Disney backs up that big truck of money, I don't care what they say, they're coming back. They're coming back. So we're gonna see Finn. He's gonna be a Jedi. Cause he literally's like, Rey, I have something to tell you. He never tells her in Rise of Skywalker, but clearly he's force sensitive because he sensed when she died. Rey, I really hope they do his character better because like
Please.
he was
Rey!
It's like I'm right here. Shut up. It's like
Oh
he
my
literally was just the guy yelling Rey all the time. So please give this former ex-stormtrooper a good character.
I hate when they make characters that are just for the sole purpose of the main character.
Right, exactly. Like he just like I don't know, a side enhancement.
You
to
literally
what
have
Rey
a
is doing.
side enhancement to the main character where you're just like, oh, main character.
Oh, please
beautiful
rescue me.
main character.
And I was like, and Star Wars on the big screen, we've never seen a stormtrooper defect. We've seen a lot of animation, the smaller ones, but on the big movie scale, especially in that time, because that was the first thing that Disney showed when they purchased it from George Lucas. We've never seen a stormtrooper defect from their regime. So you could add a whole storyline of him going through that, bringing maybe other stormtroopers who are feeling the same way out of that.
Nah, I don't think it'll make it that important.
No.
I think it'll just make it a little interesting fact.
And that's because they had 3 directors who all had their different plans. And Disney, please, whatever you have, write the through line. And if you want to get different directors, fine. But have a through line of this is where it starts, this is where it ends.
You
Obviously.
always need to start, and you can work on the middle later.
Correct.
But you always need to start on the middle. Don't start the middle. Just beginning, end.
Because if you know those 2 points, you have a shining star on where you need to go with the story.
Correct.
So if you do that, please to God because I love all of Star Wars. I love the sequel trilogies, despite their flaws.
Yes.
But clearly, when you watch those 3 movies, they have no through line because J.J. Abrams did one thing, Ryan Johnson said, "No, I don't like that," and then J.J. Abrams said, "I don't like what you did, so I'm going to retcon what you did and do what I did from
Why are
7."
you guys fighting in a trilogy?
I'm like, so please have, and again, this is all allegedly because Lucasfilm now have very bad rapport with these movies coming and films coming out. We had let me run through my mind. So we had Rogue Squadron that's supposed to come out this year. That's definitely canceled.
Bye.
Taika Waititi, who did he's the droid in the first season that blew himself up. He's also the director of both Thor movies. The Ragnarok one did pretty good. Love and Thunder was trash because it was too jokey. And so his movie's on hold. Last Jedi. Everybody loves Last Jedi, right? You guys love it on the internet. No, you don't. That was the most divisive movie in the history of Star Wars. And before that movie even came out, they gave Ryan Johnson a trilogy of movies to do. They gave him a trilogy. Because they saw that movie, they said, this is going to be so great. And I love Ryan Johnson. Literally, all his movies, Looper, Knives Out, all his movies are bangers. I love his movies.
Never watched it.
Oh, I gotta watch. You would love Knives Out. It's like a murder mystery. It's great. His movies are fantastic. They gave him a whole trilogy. But because people hate Last Jedi, I haven't heard a word from him since. The Game of Thrones people, they were supposed to do, I believe, an Old Republic movie, which is why Game of Thrones at the last season was jank, because they were allegedly working on that movie. No word from them again.
Why is this so common?
Because Lucasfilm is second guessing themselves and they don't have a plan on what the hell to do.
That be making no sense.
It makes no sense. Pick a story, pick a timeline, get someone to do it, get someone who knows Star Wars, have your story group.
Star Wars?
They don't have to like Star Wars. Just want a good story in the timeline. Your story group is there to make sure it fits in the timeline, and then make the story.
It's almost like certain people have certain jobs
that they don't do.
That help with, making it smooth.
That's going back to the Bad Batch. I'm pretty sure the story group, they probably even say, didn't the Saw Adventures die in the book? That's their job, to be like, if someone's gonna write a story and it retcons something in another story that's been published or shown, that's their job to be like, we can't do that because she's dead. I bet they didn't even say anything about that. They even said, I'm gonna do that. And then they're like,
I mean, clearly they knew about it since they got
they got the post, right? Which is probably because they're in a scream saying, what happened to this book?
They obviously know it since they had the design as her in the book.
Right? So I'm guessing but with the movies, I don't know, because even on Rogue One, that movie came out really good, but I heard that movie was a disaster. They had to do a bunch of reshoots. The ending that we got was not the original ending. The Solo movie, they fired the directors midway because it was too funny, and it
was too funny.
It was too jokey. It's like an SNL skit, so they fired them and got someone else to run the ship to the movie that we got. So I don't know what's going on in their movie department, but they gotta get it together.
I get a new director every 30 minutes.
If I'm a director, I'm not touching Star Wars, cause y'all, I don't know what's going on over here.
New day, new director.
That's wild. It cost them so much for the Rogue Squadron one. They made a teaser trailer of the woman standing next to an X-wing jet because her dad was a fighter pilot. They made a whole trailer. It was supposed to be the Top Gun of Star Wars. They made a trailer of that. That movie did not see a lot of the. Because Wonder Woman 84 did terrible, and Lucasfilm probably said, well, that movie was trash, so we can't have her on the Star Wars film.
What does that have to do with anything? What does the actor have to do with a character in a movie? The actor is not that character, nor do they control the movie that much unless,
The director. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, Wonder Woman 84, it's a bad movie. But that has no say into how that movie of Rogue Squadron was going to come out. And she's the director. She's not fully writing it, so have a bomb writer write it. She directed it. And make sure it fits in whatever timeline you put it in, which I think was supposed to be after The Rise of Skywalker, with Poe and people, I don't know, pilots. But no, they said, they probably was like, Wonder Woman sucked. I don't want that kind of press on my Star Wars, and it fell apart. And to Lucasfilm, I'm like, listen, it's good to keep your ear to the fan base, but also something you need to know about the fan base, they don't know what they want.
What do we want?
We don't know. We want good stories.
Good stuff, good story, good character.
If you make a good story, good character, we're not gonna complain.
We will be good noodles.
Well,
how dare you?
Some of us will be good noodles.
Too much saber.
When people say I don't want to see a lightsaber in my Star Wars,
Get that out of here.
I'm like, then go watch Star Trek. Go watch Star Trek. They got no sabers in it, and it's in space.
I can't believe he said that word in this household.
I feel icky saying that. I gotta brush my teeth after this podcast. But go watch that if you don't want to see it. Because Star Wars and Force powers, Jedi, Sith, that's Star Wars. That is the heart of Star Wars in a surface level. Okay? If you don't want to see that no more, don't watch Star Wars no more. Or just watch Andor. Because Andor has none of that.
Andor.
Yeah, I know y'all like Andor. I love Andor, but I hate it because of some of y'all. Because that's not the best thing ever in Star Wars. It's just different.
It's the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah? I don't eat bread. So
that's why he's hating Andor. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's right. I hate Andor and bread. So like,
leave a like if you love Andor. Leave a like if you hate Andor. Leave a like if you don't care.
Come at me in the comments. We will respond to all the comments. So that's all the news for the movies, D4. Do you think any of these movies are gonna happen?
Probably just the Mandalorian one, maybe.
I agree.
I think that's the only one that'll actually happen.
Mm-hmm. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, that's their baby.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
I think the Rey one, if it does happen, it's gonna be delayed like at least 2 times.
Yep. I 100% agree with that. Because we're going to get a movie of Rey eventually. But the problem is am I going to be 40 when I see Rey again on the big screen?
Hey, is that right?
That's not right, but probably. But at least we'll get a movie.
Yeah, that's true. I believe there will be at least one movie.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I love the TV shows, but God, I miss going to the movies for Star Wars. I need one movie.
Where's the movies?
Where's the movie?
It's been a decade.
And I love Obi-Wan, but that should have been a movie.
Yeah, Obi-Wan should have been a movie. That should have been a movie.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason to make it a TV show.
Exactly. And originally it was going to be a movie, but then for some reason they made it into a TV show.
A bomb movie.
Oh my God. Especially with you had a tighter storyline because only 2 hours.
Because there was a lot of filler they could have cut out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if them fighting on the big screen, a bigger budget.
Bro.
That should have been. I mean, I saw the Obi-Wan show, but that should have been a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I really hope the Rey and Mando one happens, but who knows with Lucasfilm?
Come on. You can't let a whole decade pass by and not have something on the screen.
I know, right? Like, I didn't go through the whole original trilogy to the sequel trilogy gap of no movies, but let's not do that for me, bro. Let's not do that for me. Or like the prequels to the new ones. Let's not run that. But one thing we know that's for sure is Ahsoka season 2.
Hey.
Now, I don't know if you've seen Dave Filoni's sketch, because he loves to sketch.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he loves to sketch. He does, remember one time he did a sketch with Ahsoka and Gandalf, and then I think the speech bubble said, "Everyone thought I was dead too." That was back during...
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
It's back when, I think it was the end of season 2 of Rebels, when we thought Ahsoka lives, ? And then, of course, she is alive. And she's in season 2, and the sketch is her and Sabine on the finger that Ray Stevens' character Skull was on, Balin was on at the end of Ahsoka with the father. It's a sketch of them being on the finger, and I think it says season 2 coming soon or in production or whatever nonsense. So, first of all, how excited are you for season 2?
I will believe. Let's believe that it'll be even better than season 1.
I really hope so. You know,
I wanted to, because season 1 had some flaws. I mean,
mostly dealing with Sabine.
Mostly dealing with Sabine. I don't know where they're gonna take her force powers next, because I feel like she's kind of went a little quick.
Correct.
A little quick.
Like, she went from I just recently watched it too, like literally today.
Yeah.
And she went from I learned how to put my saber in my hands to let me throw you, Ezra, across this chasm to the Star Destroyer. And Ezra, if I was Ezra, I'm like, bro, you just learned how to move things. You sure we're gonna do this? Like, it should have been more, and Christian Harloff on his podcast says it's all about execution.
Yeah.
It should have been Ezra being like, wait, I have an idea. You throw me, And then she could have been like, are you crazy? I just learned how to do this.
That would make sense, right?
Correct.
But she was like, yeah.
It was her idea. She's like, I'll throw you. I'm like, no, Ezra should have been like, throw me. And she would be like, are you insane? And he'd be like, I trust you. That would have been a lot better than her saying, I got this. Let me throw you. And Ezra's like, bro, what?
And he's like, damn, you know what? I guess. All right.
Lucky for him. Which, I love seeing that because, like, you can clearly see the strings attached to it when he does that. But, you know, like, fine, whatever. She can move things with her mind, though. So I'm curious to see where her training goes.
She's either gonna go sicko mode or she's gonna, like, stagnate real hard. I don't know which one.
She probably won't be stagnant. It's just the fact that we got now a Mandalorian with force powers next to her.
Remember, there was a few.
There's a few Mandalorian
There's
Jedi.
at least a handful of them.
That's ridiculous. Like, that's absolutely.
You know?
Bro, they're cool. Fine, whatever. You know what, Sabine, have your force powers. I'm really more interested to see where Ahsoka's storyline goes. And rest in peace to Ray Stevenson, who played Balin.
He was amazing.
Oh, he was such a good... I'm not going to call him a bad guy. He was such a interesting character. Yeah. Because he wasn't evil. He just wanted to stop the cycle of war.
So, I'm curious who they're gonna
get, yeah. Get? I really hope that person captured the same, like, essence of him.
They have a lot on their shoulder to carry... his role, because he did really good with his role.
Oh my god, he did fantastic. Like, the way he speaks, the way he moves, the way he talks is like, if you capture that essence of the character, I could believe that. And obviously the way he's built. I want someone built similar.
Look, bro, it's so iconic. I literally could see his face perfectly imprinted in my mind.
Right?
Like, some people, their faces are like blurry to me, but his is like perfectly imprinted in my mind.
Ah, with the white beard and the
beautiful white beard
hair and everything. Like, so I really hope they kill the cast on it because it's so important to get him right. Because the way the story left is that something with the Mortis gods. Again, if you watch the Clone Wars and those 3 little arc episodes of those the father, the son, and the daughter, something's going on. That people are rumoring that the mother, Abeloth, who's in Legends, she was the most powerful being ever. Took Luke and his whole
Leave it to the mother.
Yeah, literally the mother. She was crazy. I don't know if I've ever shown you an image of Abeloth.
I don't think so.
Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the screen. So you guys can see it. But I'm gonna show D4 what she looks like in Legends. And I'm gonna tell you, D4, she is terrifying.
Oh.
She
is she like beautiful terrifying or just terrifying?
Terrifying.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I pull up an image.
Mommy?
I don't know if you want this to be your mama.
Oh, wow. She's got teeth, all right.
Oh, yeah.
She's got a lot of teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Some people be into that.
Bro, I ain't sleeping next to that. You crazy. You crazy as hell.
Leave in the comments if you're into that.
Please do, you freaks. Like, let me know if you bastards are into that. But the rumors are that, because obviously the Mortis people are dead because Anakin and Obi-Wan them killed them.
Sorry.
My fault. So, like, maybe the mother is calling Balin. We don't know what's calling him, but something's calling him to
avenge me.
Be strong, Harry. Avenge me. Avenge me! No!
Avenge me! So I really want them to do that right.
Please do that right.
Please do that right. So, season 2 is happening, and I'm glad.
Let's just hope, they learned, and they're gonna, do better.
Please, do this film.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
And we're going to try to do better because we got to be consistent because we love Star Wars. We love you guys. We love talking about Star Wars. And we love D4. And we love the podcast. Like, I really feel great doing the podcast.
The studio, we're hiring.
We're hiring. I take care of my workers.
You know, he gave a Wawa shake. Like,
Come
does your
on.
boss do that?
No, I bet your boss doesn't. So come work for me, Disney. And you guys like and subscribe to the channel.
That's your work.
That's your job.
That's your job.
And when you subscribe to the D4 channel, you become part of the D4 workforce, and you help us get big, therefore making you get big. And when you comment as well, you make YouTube like
Don't worry,
us
this
better.
workforce isn't like Pal World.
we don't kill or enslave people here.
No.
You just have fun and talk about Star Wars. So please do that. Again, click the bell for notification every time we upload a video. And again, comment, because we gonna respond to your comments. Unlike most big YouTube or even small ones, we gonna comment to your thing, good, bad, in the middle. So please do that. D4.
D4.
I love you.
Love you.
I love Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And we back. Happy 2024. And also, we are going to Japan, so that's in a year's time for celebrations. So keep an eye on this channel, because we're going to post a lot of Star Wars stuff from the convention.
Star Wars. Oh, wow. Okay, wow.
Shut up.
There's an op in the studio.
Stop being an op. Don't be like Twitter or TikTok, okay? So please do all that. Again, we love you. Our battery's running low. But we'll see you guys next time.
Oh no, our battery.
No. May the force be with you, and stop retconning books. We'll see you next time.